Oh, this thing is sick.
Hard working man, the show where Rachel does most of the work. But Heath is always buying and trying something new. Join us on our journey as we learn along the way here on Hard Working Man.
And welcome back to Hard Working Man. Today it's all about the brand new 60-inch Eastonmade Firewood Grapple. I've been dying to try this thing out. Just looking at the design, I think it's probably the best suited grapple for my needs that I've ever owned. As soon as I saw Andrew make the grapple for the mini skid steer and it was like this, I asked him if he was going to make one for the tractor, and I said I want one. So we're just going to test it out today, moving rounds, moving splits, moving logs, a little bit of everything. See how it does. So far, so good. This is going to be a lot of one-handed operation today. Rachel just left for tennis with one of our boys. The other one had wrestling all day yesterday, so he's getting some sleep. He's been sick for about a month and he's finally healing up. He was back into beast mode yesterday, so that was nice. But I got to get these splits cleaned up from 2 men versus 1 woman over there on the all-wood birch and get that out of here so we can use that some more. Get that trailer unloaded, get this area cleaned up because I got more trees to fell because I got plans, big plans. And this so far has made cleanup way easier. With those open slats on the bottom, here I'm working on gravel and stone and dirt. And you get a good load around, close the top. I mean, we'll go count how many's in there. But when you shake it, you're knocking snow, you're knocking dirt, all that stuff out of there so you're not messing with it. Let's go see how many we got in that scoop. We got a split, 1, 2, so 3, 4, 5 splits, 7 rounds, 5 splits, 7 rounds, and 1 scoop. This is gonna make firewood too easy with all the new additions to the Hard Working Man. I mean, you ain't even gotta get off the tractor, and this is all part of the plan of how we're gonna be processing. All our tools are coming together, and firewood's just gonna keep getting easier. Save the body, save the back. All right, I'm not gonna talk all video. I'm just gonna let you guys watch this thing work today. right, so first impressions picking up those rounds. This isn't smooth ground out here, which you could probably tell by the way I was bouncing, and that thing absolutely crushed it. Now it is frozen. Underneath this is either dirt or some stone or some broken concrete, so it's a little bit of everything. But this isn't picking it up off from, you know, a concrete slab or blacktop. This is picking it up off from a very unimproved surface, keeping it clean. I mean, you can see all the debris that was left behind, the sawdust and the leaves and all that you're able to shake out and dump it into a fairly clean pile. I'm not gonna lie, that did much better than I expected, and most of it I was driving and trying to operate with the camera in one hand and running the tractor with the other. Now we're gonna push these splits out of the way to get the birch out of there. This is the prototype birch, and the way they designed it with the hitch only on one side, that's why it's a prototype. They redesigned it completely. This is the only one like this ever made. It'll now look just like my musclewood and tow out of the pile instead of into. But we're gonna get these splits moved so we can get the birch moved. We'll see how it does on splits. We're gonna unload the trailer, and we're gonna try to pull a tree out of the woods that's felled. But when I wasn't on camera, I was able to set that hollow basswood stump on a beech stump using that grapple bucket. So you can still finesse it with that split top, which I was pretty impressed with. Also, you'll notice that the top links, the top grapples, move at different speeds, I guess you could say. I ended up with two different fittings because I went to a hydraulic shop and didn't check before I went home, and they gave me one of the wrong fittings. So then I went to Tractor Supply and bought a different one, and they have different size orifices. But I wanted to try it. I'm going to get them equaled up so they'll run more similar, but it doesn't really matter other than aesthetics or looking at it. But that's why they're moving at different speeds. Now there, I was just using it to push those splits out of the way so I can get to the birch. All right, so the reason we're having to move and remove a lot of this wood is because Russ came, we had the new all woods, we had to get some splitting in, make some videos, and I didn't have my firewood bin built yet, but I'm gonna have a small softwood campfire wood bin right here. So that is what I'm getting cleaned up right now so we can get that bin and all this stuff will go into it. So I've created a lot more work for myself, but this grapple is making that work. Not really work, it's more fun. So right now we're gonna push those splits out of the way so we can get the rest of those rounds out of there. Then maybe we'll clean up some of that trash. Nah, we'll do that on another video. I got enough to demonstrate today or to try this new grapple on. So I don't wanna push these into where I'm cleaning, so I will just go like this and see how this works. And I failed. I think that was my fault though, so let's try again. I didn't keep holding when I picked up, so I quit clamping as the splits adjusted. And that is a much more successful grab. And I'm only moving them right here. Well, that makes it quick and easy. So I can just drag these back. And then push them into the pile. Now that is one thing I really liked about this, is how those front teeth, when closed, they go down below the bucket, or below the grapple part of the bucket, so you can either back drag to move stuff, debris, brush, or you can do like I just did and plow it forward without your forks digging into the ground when you're just trying to push a pile like that. That worked absolutely awesome, and that design is one of the things that drew me to that bucket. That is absolutely awesome. Now here's what I'm talking about with dragging it backwards. I was pushing it forward. Now let's see how this works. Now it stops your bucket from digging too deep in the ground. I got my coaxial cable buried here, so I don't want to tear that up. But I can get the splits back without too much debris, and now push those right into this pile. This is almost like cheating. This is awesome! I love it! I mean, look at this. That is not that dirty pushing it into that pile. If I'd used just my regular bucket, I would have all the stone, all the debris, everything in that pile. And with this grapple now, I can scoop out of that pile, shake it, and it'll be nice and clean. This is going to be a huge time saver, game changer, and you don't even know everything we're going to do with it yet. But let me grab these rounds out of here real quick, and then, well, we're going to get that debris out of here another day, because this is where we have to build our pile. I got brush, I got logs. I'm just trying this thing out. This is not going to be a full review, just a, man, this thing can do it all. All right, guys, I have tried several different grapples. I had an Erskine, which is like, I want to say a $9,000 construction grapple. I had a land-fried root rake style. I've got the log grapple still, which I love. But if you do firewood, you got to get you one of these, because this is the baddest firewood grapple I've ever used. Trying a few different things here. Now those I had to pull away because they were close to the stump. And I got them all but one. And we ain't done yet. We'll get that last one. Maybe. Or we'll lose them all. Now here, you won't be able to see it from this video. But another thing I like, the way those teeth grab. You can grab that round and pull it in to the bucket because of how it's designed. This thing is sick. Oh, this thing is sick. All right, so I took the strap off this trailer and didn't realize I didn't have my stake pockets in, and this big pine log fell down. I don't have great access to it from over here, but I wanted to test dragging a log, so I'm going to see if I can get under that, drag it back, and then pick it up. The sides do come off this bucket. We'll do that in a later video to show you how it works for log handling when you're going to be doing mostly that. But right now, like I said, it's just a little bit of everything. I can't give you all my secrets, all the info, everything this thing can do in one video, can I? All right, let's see what kind of grip strength this thing has. With these thin teeth, I should be able to get under there, grab it. I don't want to tweak my bucket, so I'm not going to pick it up like that, but I think this would pick it up. I'd do a smaller log, but that's nice. Now here you'll see what I'm talking about. If those sides were off, this would be even easier. But one thing I like about this design is you get under that log, and when you close this top, it pulls the log in if I didn't have it pinched there. See how it just squared it up there? But it pulls the log in if it gets that. If it's not stuck with the tips like this was, it'll suck it into the bucket, I guess you could say. I mean, this is no problem picking up this. It's a pine log. Grab a few off the trailer, grab some brush, and that's going to be a wrap because I already showed y'all too much. All right, now because of some stumps in the woodyard, I can't get square on these logs. And as I mentioned, I still have the sides on, but we're gonna see what we can do. Make sure I don't tear my trailer up. Oh, I think I am tearing my trailer up. There we go. Oh, I shouldn't have let it go. I thought they'd fall back in more. This is operator error. All right, let's grab those two. I'll do it like this. how they'll fall in. Still learning this thing. Straighten it out. Boom. What do you guys think? Did I dig into my trailer? Doesn't look like I did. So that's good. They were just froze to the trailer. Another good reason to have a grapple. Now here, if those sides were off, we could do a lot better. Thought I was gonna get both of them. So there you can see, I could just get the tips on that, but those grapple forks grabbed past the tips, so I was able to get it. All right, here it is. For brush, you're going to want a grill guard. Trust me on this one. Again, with the sides off, this would work better. Talk about easy cleanup in the Woodyard, baby. Into the burn pile. All right, well, that was my first time ever using this thing, and you can color me impressed. This thing is bad. If you have a grapple, you might want to sell it and get on the list to order one of these. This is the 60-inch. They're going to make a 72. I believe they're going to make a shorter one, and they've got them for mini skid steers, but this is by far the favorite grapple I've ever owned, and I've only used it for one day. I haven't even taken the sides off yet. Like I said, I've had Land Pride, I've had the Erskine, I've got the log grapple, I've used other people's grapples. Nothing compares to this, guys. A lot of people said get the Frostbite. A lot of people like the Frostbite grapple. That has its advantage that it's a little narrower, but man, this thing can be used for everything. That Frostbite is a lot more limited. It's a nice grapple. I've never personally run one. Nothing bad to say about it, but this thing is bad. Cleaning wood, you don't need a wood cleaner. I mean, obviously you'd get cleaner wood with a wood cleaner, but a lot of us smaller guys don't have a wood cleaner. We don't have a disc screener or a tumbler. This is gonna help you deliver cleaner wood, keep a cleaner wood yard, save your body, save your back, and more energy for other things. So check it out, Eastonmade, the baddest firewood grapple on the planet. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day.